These guys right here are not just avoids for 2023, but a lot of the players around them become concerns because they're avoids for 2023. Now, I'm not saying to avoid CeeDee Lamb. I'm not saying to avoid Tony Pollard. I'm not saying to avoid Tyreek Hill or Javonte, but there is something we've got to acknowledge about these offenses because these four quarterbacks are big concerns for me walking into 2023. Bust, maybe we call them a bust. Maybe we call them wait and see projects. Maybe we wait and see on Tua. Maybe we wait and see on Russell Wilson, but we'll talk about it all right now. Definitely a lot of concern to go around with all these quarterbacks. I'll tell you why I believe this about Dak. The Fantasy Football Show Panic Chamber Edition begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
You are entering the Panic Chamber, brought to you by Grindhouse. Vintage movie tees and hoodies. You are entering the Panic Chamber, brought to you by Grindhouse.
Grindhouse is our favorite. Let me put my Grindhouse gear on. What am I doing? Where are my manners? I'm putting my Grindhouse gear on right this very second. Let's showcase this little number here. This right here is the Grindhouse Reptilicus shirt. It's all scary movies from 40 years ago. Godzilla, The Thing, all of your favorite cult classics, all on t-shirts, all on hoodies. And your boy's wearing his right now with comfort. This thing fits. It's a marvelous shirt. And you can get it all at grindhouse.com, Grndhaus. Link is always in the description of pretty much every video I have. Follow them on Grindhouse or on Instagram at Grindhouse Supply, Grndhaus. And let's get to the Panic Chamber, brought to you by Grindhouse. So, let's start off with the best player here, technically speaking, Dak Prescott. Okay, Dak Prescott has the most value. And Dak Prescott has been a top 5 quarterback before, top 5 or 6. Not that Tua wasn't at times last year, but I think we all know Tua is probably not going to be a long-term, and when I say long-term, I mean like 2023, like the long-term of the season type of player. Dak Prescott has a lot of talent, and I know he gets a bad rap. I know people rip on him all the time. They think he chokes. They don't think he's that good. You hear a lot of negativity about Dak, but Dak is a good quarterback. A lot of teams would be lucky to have Dak Prescott as their quarterback. Problem is, his offense it's going to change. You know, McCarthy's taken over. Kellen Moore's gone. He's in a Chargers situation right now, trying to revive that team and turn that thing around and potentially jostle that place up to a point where I'm a little concerned over there about the change over there. But we'll get to the Chargers another day. I'm not panicking on Herbert. I'm more excited for Herbert because he's getting another wide receiver. We'll see what happens with Herbert in 2023. Hopkins could go there. Who knows? But this guy right here had a phenomenal situation going. Amazing offense, air attack, just this arsenal, top 5 arsenal every year over year. They would produce so many offensive numbers. Fantasy football production just bleeding out at the seams in Dallas. And now they go toward a Mike McCarthy built, organized offense that is going to run the damn ball. And what's that even mean? What's that mean for the passing attack? Will it even work? Will we be looking at 3 and outs as they try and muster their way through the first couple weeks in a new system or new offense, a new look, Dallas Cowboys, and will they revert back to the old? I don't even know what's going to happen here. And so for CeeDee Lamb to potentially be dialed back a little bit, I'm concerned. For Dak Prescott to be changing the way he goes about his day-to-day is a concern. And to lean on the run, I'm excited about Tony Pollard and what that could mean for the run game. but I'm also worried that the ball isn't near the end zone near as much. That will concern me. So I have my reservations about Dallas in general. I do still very much love Tony Pollard. But when it comes to Dak Prescott, I can't envision him having a revival top 5 to 7, top 5 to 8 fantasy football quarterback season in an offense where we don't really trust McCarthy, and McCarthy's hinted very, very strongly that he's going run heavy. So this is an avoid for me. It puts a lot of the players in even CeeDee Lamb at like 12, 13 turn territory is a concern for me. Not that he's a bust, not that I haven't taken him there in a best ball draft or two. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. We draft every single Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3-day marathon every single week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight Eastern on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. I'm live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. I'm live whenever news breaks, but right here, the marathon schedule here every single week, midnight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hey, Smitty, when are we drafting? Midnight Eastern. Smitty, what days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hey, Smitty, are we drafting tonight? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's when we draft. That's when we do the mock drafts, the live drafts. It's a marathon every single week, those 3 days. Let's go. Okay, so I hate to do this. I hate to do this because I think of what people are going to say, about Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb, and I'm not saying I don't love these guys. I love both of them, but if I'm being honest with myself, I'm not as excited about Lamb as I want to be. I mean, does anybody disagree in the chat? We got a live chat in here. I know the notifications didn't go out. People will soon be strolling in here. Frake, first in the building. Very blessed indeed. Peanut Butter and Waivers in the building. Wayne Solo in the building. Does anybody in here believe that Lamb will eat just as much as normal? We know Pollard could eat more than normal because they're going to go run heavy. But can anybody in here in the chat say with a straight face that they believe that CeeDee Lamb will eat more or as much as last year when McCarthy's telling you he's going to run the damn ball and that's what he wants to do? That's what he wants this offense to be. Moore is gone. Kellen Moore is gone. No longer here to be a air attack type offensive coordinator, just shoving the football into CeeDee Lamb's hands and just throwing. That might not be the Dallas Cowboys of 2023. I don't know that we're looking at an offense that can sniff top 5 overall production if they're going to change too much. Now, maybe they don't change enough to really impact it. I don't know. A lot of these coaches have coach talk, coach speak. We're going to run the ball more. They don't. We're going to throw the ball to the wide receiver more. They don't. We're gonna convert our offense over to a run heavy system. Baltimore Ravens always talk about that, and then Lamar's the one out there running the football. It's tough to know. I think they're gonna try, and I'm a little bit concerned. Why would CD regress? I just explained it, Brian. Rewind it and then come back and tell me your reasoning as to why you think. I'm curious why you might not think he won't. Pollard about to eat, says Electro. I hope so. I agree, Smitty. Dak isn't it. Lamb and Pollard are great even with Dak. Dak is 9-12 QB, says Avi. Out on Dak, says Wayne Solo. Kareem Hunt thoughts. I don't know where he's going to land, bro. He's definitely going to potentially rain on a parade. Potentially. Yes, because you subtract Schultz. That's a very good point. Schultz is out of there. But, maybe the shoe maestro, the shoemaker, maybe he ends up doing something. I don't know. CD's still great in fantasy and will be great with Dak. Unfortunate regular season. He is all right. Gallup and Cooks throw up emojis. Cooks is there to definitely take, I think, what Schultz might be leaving behind, though, is the only problem. And I agree with that point more than I agree with Schultz leaving creates opportunity. Out on Dak since the ankle injury. I'm not calling a CeeDee Lamb a bust. I don't want anybody to think that. But Dak Prescott's definitely a big concern for me, which puts CeeDee Lamb in a little bit of jeopardy in terms of being, one of my favorite top 11 to 12 overall players. Lamb is great in 14-15 territory, but I'm taking Garrett Wilson all day long over CeeDee Lamb. And I'm probably taking St. Brown over CeeDee Lamb. And it's because of this guy right here. And it's because I doubt Dak Prescott in 2023 to a little bit of a degree. So for that reason, you're in the panic chamber. Let's go on over to this man right here. Baker, disappointment maker. Now, him and Kyle Trask are battling it out for the top QB job in Tampa. And let me just tell you something. If you haven't seen the footage today of Trask and Baker trying to throw footballs in practice and even hit the receiver's hands, you haven't seen what I've seen. I can't unsee it. There's no way I can unsee it. I can't undo it. It's in my mind. I'll probably have nightmares tonight. This is probably this might be worse. This might be the worst team in the National Football League in 2023. I was asked a question earlier tonight on the 7 p.m. show. What do I think about the Bucs players? I forget who asked it. What do I think of Mike Evans? And I still would take Mike Evans at the right value in hopes he gets traded, because like I said with Adams, you can't draft Adams in hopes he'll get traded because he's going in the second round. But Mike Evans is packaged, all the risk is packaged in, and he could get traded. So drafting Mike Evans as your third or fourth wide receiver, which it can happen. You can get him as your fourth wide receiver at times. I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty okay with Mike Evans with the hope that he gets traded midseason, and just maybe maybe the team is so bad they throw so much, a lot of targets get connected on, and Evans ends up having like a 907 season, and he's pretty decent. Yeah, hey, aloha, no problem. You're locked into your spot, pal. Appreciate your super chat. Aloha to the moon. Aloha, I got you, pal. You're locked into a Moon Man card. By the way, the Moon Man cards came in today. They came in today. You notice the difference? The Moon Man, I mean, the only difference, they're both amazing. The Mars Man card and the Moon Man card, identical on the back, essentially identical, except for obviously the name of the card. Moon Man card, Mars Man card, both metal. Both metal. When you drop them, you can hear the glory. So you're a Moon Man. Aloha, don't you worry. I cannot unsee what I saw tonight. Baker Mayfield dropping back and throwing completely over the receiver on what looked like I don't know. It was like an 8-yard route. It was like an 8-yard route. There's no like hard cut, and he just threw the wrong direction or something. You know, where you're like, okay, like a soccer player jumps the other way, and the penalty kick gets shot in the other corner, and the goalkeeper just jumps to the wrong side. That's what you're probably picturing when I say Baker overthrew somebody and it didn't even like touch their fingers. You're thinking, oh, wrong route. They weren't communicating. No, Baker drops back. Number 6, I believe. I could see it in my head. I can't unsee it. Baker drops back and literally, where's my football? Literally tosses this football. Probably, I would say it was 8 yards. The guy just did like a little bit of I don't know. It wasn't even like a 2-yard diversion from the route. It was like he ran like 4 or 5 yards and just kind of looked over his shoulder. I don't even know what route it was. It wasn't even a route. It's just, hey, go 4 feet, go 5 feet, then start turning around to look, and I'll hit you about 10 yards down the field. It was like playing catch. Baker steps back, throws the football. It was literally like this. Just went straight by the guy. I don't even know who was trying to catch it. I just kept looking at Baker. Like, that was Baker? That was Baker? That wasn't like the ball boy? That wasn't someone's grandma coming in to throw a few while Baker's stretching out? Maybe he's got a tight hamstring and someone's stretching him on the sideline. Baker went out and overthrew like a 10-yard route. Didn't even... the receiver might have tried to get his fingertips on it. I don't even remember. It's such an almost nightmare for me. And then Trask, then they rotate to Trask. Same thing. Trask has overthrown his wide receivers. They can't even touch the football barely. Everybody's dropping it. The ball's flying around all over. This looks like, freshman year. when the coaches line up all the kids, no one's played football really before. Some people play Pop Warner, their dads are sitting on the sideline going, my kid's a running back, my kid's a wide receiver, my kid's a QB, my kid's the QB. And the coaches are like, whatever, sit over there, you bunch of jackos. Okay, line up, kids. Everybody gets a football. Let's find out who our quarterback is. Freshman year in high school, all, 22 of the kids go out there and they all throw about 4 or 5 passes. You 4, out of here. Okay, we got about 10. Everybody start throwing the football. Okay. You suck. You're out of here. 4 kids left. These might be our quarterbacks. Okay, throw 4 more passes. Yeah, these 2 have the most promise. Go take a lap, son. Go get a drink of water. You 2. You may not thought you were quarterbacks, but you're quarterbacks now. That's how they did it freshman year in high school, right? That's what it looked like out there. It looked like these were 2 of the kids they rejected to go get a drink of water after they overthrew their wide receiver on a 7 to 10 yard route. And these were the kids they weren't selecting to be the quarterbacks. This looked like a Pop Warner or freshman year quarterback situation out there. These guys were awful. And I don't care if it's early on or whatever. Baker, this offensive line, Baker, Trask, just the vibe from last year of losing and this team just being kind of in the middle of turmoil. It's going to be one of the worst seasons that you can imagine for a team. I think the Cardinals could be worse. Honestly, it's sad to say they have no quarterback. I don't know if Gannon's the real deal. I wanted to like Gannon, but he's a defensive-minded guy with no offense. And he just traded away the best player on the team. What do we expect to happen? And I know the team's going to say, hey, we're giving him a chance to build. We're tearing down, going in bare bones, skeleton crew to try and get the number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams. I think that's the plan of attack. So Gannon might survive this year because the whole point is to lose. But if he's incompetent out there, they may can him and then bring somebody in and have him kind of ruin the ship and derail it and then get him out of there. But I don't know that Gannon's the right guy for the job. Number 1, he overcommitted to Kyler before he even met him. And that's a negative. That's what Miami Mike did with Tua. We'll talk about Tua in a minute. Called Tua on the phone from the plane before he ever sat down with them and face to face and said, "You're my guy. You're my quarterback. Never again will I ever look at another quarterback again. You're my guy." And I just think you can't do it. It's a rookie mistake for a coach to just attach yourself to a questionable starting quarterback for your team. Kyler's questionable. But this isn't about the Cardinals, but the Cardinals will be cellar dweller, bottom 4 or 5 teams in the league, vying for the number 1 overall quarterback selection at the 1.1 NFL draft slot. And I think Caleb probably could be a Cardinal. He could be a Buck. He could be he could land on several of these teams that have just no shot. The Raiders. Raiders are going to be a team that's going to be very, very hard pressed to win 4 or 5 games. The Bucs will be lucky to win 3 or 4. What I saw today, the Bucs will be lucky to win 0 games. I don't even know how that's possible. I would be shocked. I'm almost shocked at this point if they can even get to 0. They looked god awful. I don't even know if they'll show up on Sundays. This might be a no game played. I don't even understand how this team considers these two guys their quarterback competition. They looked god awful. And we did a show a little while ago on Baker, and we thought, Baker proved himself a little bit. This is not the offense for Baker to go out and prove himself. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe this is just really early on knee-jerk reaction. I admit there could be some of that going on, but I'm telling you, I saw this footage and I thought these guys are out there looking miserable, looking awful, looking pathetic. These are starting quarter. I don't know what to say here. We really just need Baker to hit those 5-yard flat routes passes to Rachaad White. Bro, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. I just saw him overthrow a player that was wide open with no defensive players around him. He couldn't even hit it in his hands. He literally just threw a pass 5 yards over the guy's head. Just completely just missed him entirely. And this is Baker. And Trask throwing a horrible pass on one play, and then the next play throwing another horrible pass. Trask looked bad. Baker looked worse. This was pathetic. And so for that reason, I'm putting all the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm not saying they can't climb their way out of the panic chamber in the coming weeks and months. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Baker, disappointment maker. Prove me wrong, Mike Evans, who I'll still take at a certain value because hopefully he gets traded, and all of this seems to be baked into his like 6th, 7th round ADP. But I'm going to say goodbye, Baker Mayfield. Baker, disappointment maker. Scott, try calling in once the segment's over, and then I'll answer the phone lines. You're out of here. You're out of here, Baker. You're out of here. Get out of here. Don't come back, kind sir, until you prove. I just said don't come back, Baker. I said leave. Leave. Okay. Tua Tagovailoa is a disaster in fantasy waiting to happen. He's going to be probably pretty decent, I suppose, until he goes down. And I don't say that because I want it to happen. I say it because this man looks about 20 lbs overweight. Some would say that this is. Hold on, Denny keeps calling in. Denny, does it look like I'm in the middle of the panic chamber right now?
No, you're smooth, baby. You're smooth.
Denny, I'm in the middle of the panic chamber. What can I help you with real quickly? And then I got to get back to the topic at hand here, pal.
What? Listen. Oh, man, they choked, man. Celtics choked. I know it's a different
This
thing,
is not a basketball show, Denny. I appreciate you. We're in the middle of the panic chamber. Tua Tagovailoa is awaiting the decision of your boy Smitty, whether I'm going to close the panic chamber doors on Tua or not, and you're bringing up the Celtics.
I actually think Tua is going to be all right. I don't know why, Smitty, but I got a feeling he's going to be all right. Yeah, Tua, man, he's going to be all right, man.
Have you seen him? He looks like he's carrying about 20 extra pounds. It doesn't.
Oh man, I saw that.
It doesn't look like it's good weight. Some people are trying to play it off like it's good weight, Denny, but it's not. It doesn't look.
I'm gonna be honest. I have him in Dynasty, dude.
You have him in Dynasty. That's why you like him.
I'm not happy about it. I'm really not happy about it.
Okay, so why do you think he'll be okay? Because you own him? You're just hopeful? Why don't you pull your bias head out of the rear end and give me an honest take about Tua Tagovailoa, Denny?
All right, I have him in like 2 Dynasty leagues, and I just love him because of his. I love him because of his situation. All right. Dude, he's so fat. Oh my God, it's horrible. So Denny, you basically just said you believed in him. He's going to be okay, but yet he gained 20 lbs. Let me tell you why that's not going to work, Denny. And hang tight for me real quick. Don't make me hang up on you. All right.
Tua is one. Not just. I think people don't understand that Tua's not just one hit away from a concussion. This guy is so easily concussed that he gets concussed when he hits his head on the ground. It's not just that a hit's going to do it. And some might say that added weight, Smitty, will help prevent him getting concussions. That's his concussions. If you look back, a lot of them are him hitting his head on the ground. And extra body weight's only going to make it more difficult for him to keep his head from hitting the ground. No, Denny, I'm not. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. This is not funny.
Well,
he weighs 20 more pounds, Denny, and he's going to be hitting the ground a lot harder because he's got more weight behind it, more force. Yeah, so this guy's carrying 20 lbs. He's going to hit the ground. What's going to happen when he brings his head faster to the ground at a more rapid rate? It's going to hit the ground. It's going to whiplash more. This is where his problem is. This is where his problem is. His problem is not getting hit blindside, and like that's gonna matter anyway. His head, you can't gain weight on your noggin there, pal. I mean a little bit. There's a little bit of padding, but he's gonna get hit in the head.
Can I talk now?
No, I'm in the middle of speaking. He's gonna get hit in the head. And he's going to get concussed just from getting hit in the helmet. Doesn't matter how much weight he's gained in his shoulder pads. He's also going to bring more weight to the ground every single time and have a better chance of having a higher velocity smack on the ground. And his helmet's going to hit the ground. He's going to be concussed.
Let me ask you a question. Smitty, you're a beast, all right? So who's his backup, all right? Let's go there. who's his backup? So who's his backup?
Mike White.
Is that same guy you've been talking about that was throwing dives from the Jets?
Yeah, he throws dimes. He slings it like I do, Denny.
Oh, I know you love Mike White. Did he follow him over there? All right.
Yeah,
Mike White.
Denny. Pay attention. Pay attention.
So
some might say this. Some might say, like Jarrett says, so just draft Mike White then. You could take that approach if you want to, but why even go down the avenue? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that you want to be going down this avenue. Not to mention, the game Tua goes down, you'll probably lose your week unless he suffers a concussion at the end of the week. So it's not like it's something where, he gets concussed and you just swap him out next week. You could literally be left empty-handed for an entire, 3 quarters if Tua goes out there and gets rocked in the first quarter. Tua, it's not a matter of here's the problem. And Jared, I get what you're saying, and I don't blame any of you for getting Mike White. If you draft Tua, make sure you get Mike White. That goes without saying. That's almost a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. But why go down that road? Why go down that road at all when you literally have like Aaron Rodgers as like quarterback 8 or 9? You have Jordan Love as like quarterback 9 or 10. There's so many options out there. Why on earth are we going down a road where we're starting Tua Tagovailoa, cuffing Mike White, hoping to God the concussion happens late in the game and we don't lose or lose a week because of it? Why go down the road at all? Why go down the road at all? Why do we want Tua Tagovailoa, whose gain looks like 20 pounds and kind of got figured out at the end of the year? I think a lot of people said he got figured out. A lot of people were saying that. It wasn't just me or anybody else. He looked like he was potentially getting figured out by the league. It was a little easier to see what was coming. And he's going to play scared. He's going to play scared. Tua's going to be deathly afraid of getting concussed.
I used to watch the Celtics play scared. That was the worst thing I ever saw. Celtics just played scared. Oh. Man. Oh, that was the worst.
Finish.
Let me ask you another question.
Call terminated.
In the middle of answering me, starts talking about the Celtics again. Denny, Scott, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Quick question. I'm deep at in this one league. I'm deep at receiver, really deep. I have JSN. I have an offer for him with Kamara, and I'm shallow at the running back. Do I take that now? Or wait.
In Dynasty?
No, this is a redraft.
Redraft. You guys already have had your redraft league draft?
I do a bunch of online.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a tough one. I would probably say if it's redraft and you're good at wide receiver, you're good at wide receiver. Who are your wide receivers?
Chase. Hold on 1 second. It's Chase, Hopkins, Cooper, and Judy, and I have Tony also.
Yeah, I would trade JSN away in a redraft setting for Alvin Kamara if you're in dire need of running backs. I would also consider. I'd also consider Pacheco. I'd also consider DeAndre Swift. All those guys are in the same vein as far as RB, 6th round RB, 6th to 7th round RB. Pacheco is a really nice one, but if you got that in front of you, why not take it and then go get Kendre Miller as well if he's available for whatever reason.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Scott. You can hang tight there if you want. Denny, hang tight real quick on mute. Let's test out your patience here. Tua Tagovailoa, extra 20 pounds, total concussion risk. Jared, I saw your question. You said, what about Mike White? If you're talking about just Mike White and don't go near Tua, yeah, I mean, especially in best ball as your third quarterback, and I do highly recommend you have 3 quarterbacks in best ball. Because if one of your quarterbacks goes down and then the other quarterback still has this bye week to come, you're losing that week. So it's vital to have a third quarterback. And I do really, really like Mike White solo as a third quarterback, final pick in a draft. But Tua, extra pounds. I don't know if it's exactly 20, but he's carrying extra weight. He's one hit away. He's one head hits the ground away from never playing again, and he's going to play scared too, and that's not his fault. Like, none of this is his fault, and we don't even know. Maybe he would have never suffered another concussion again had his team and the NFL and the ownership looked out for him when we all knew he was concussed and his fingers locked up and he was literally frozen on the ground and wasn't moving, having what looked like a seizure, okay? And you're going to, after his fingers locked up and he was sitting there on the ground, you're going to send him back. Denny!
Sorry.
Finish him.
You're right. No, I'm agreeing. I'm sorry.
Call terminated.
You're in timeout for at least 10 minutes. I gave you another chance and I answered it. Denny's timeout is 10 minutes long now. Denny, you can call back as much as you want. I'm not picking up. You're in timeout for 10 minutes. So timeout. Denny, timeout. 10 minutes. He's calling in again. It's 10 minutes, Denny. It's timeout for 10 minutes. I'm not answering. I don't care how many times you call. You're in timeout. Let's see if Denny can stay up long enough to call back in 9 minutes and 38 seconds. Denny, keep your head up. Let's see. I got to move this timer over to the main screen real quick. Hold on. Okay, back over to Tua. I believe that there's zero reason to draft Tua Tagovailoa in 2023. Not that Hill can't survive with a combination of Tua and Mike White. Not that Waddle can't survive with a combination of Tua and Mike White. But trusting this man as your starter is a recipe for disaster. And for that reason, I'm totally out on Tua. I'm concerned a little bit about transitions and all that when it comes to Tua getting hurt and when he does. I do think he will at some point. Rock out, Mars, rock out. Mars man, rock out, Mars man. On the line. Flashes his card at the door. He says, I'm a Mars man. Let me in to the front of the line. As you deservedly get because you're a Mars man card holder. Rock out. The floor is yours.
What's up? How do you get rid of a player you don't want and no one else wants?
Trade across position. And if you can't get it in a 1-for-1 trading across position, you add first rounders to it to slightly upgrade. And if you can't do that, I mean, that's the most you can really do. Package him into some greater deal. Make him literally window dressing on a deal that upgrades something. That is the only way. So the last resort will be an example like this. You've got Trevor Lawrence. You want Joe Burrow. You throw in this player nobody wants at all, and you don't want to just give you that one or two players, upgrade. And that's it. That's the only thing you can do when you're at that standstill of not being able to get a single thing for that player. Then you just kind of throw that player in to just upgrade one or two slots at the position. That's it. Another example would be you've got, let's say, I don't know, throw a wide receiver out, any wide receiver that's not top of the line, somebody like in the mid range. Throw somebody out.
MT.
And no, that's cellar dweller. That's garbage. Throw somebody out that's like wide receiver 2 material. Mike Thomas.
Cooper.
Amari Cooper, perfect. Amari Cooper, give me Chris Olave. No, too much. Okay, give me Watson. Amari Cooper, give me Drake London. And maybe you don't like Drake London. That's fine. Amari Cooper, upgrade me into Watson or Olave or someone of that caliber. You have let's say you have a running back like Nick Chubb. Upgrade me into a running back that maybe is the same caliber but a few years younger. That's what you can do by throwing a player in that nobody wants. You almost give the player for free, and you find somebody that sees the two players almost equal value. Find somebody that doesn't understand that you're upgrading. They think, I'm doing a lateral trade and I'm getting this free player. Like, let's say it was Montgomery. I'm getting a free Montgomery, and all I have to do is swap these near even players. But in your mind, you see this player that you're getting as a total like riser.
Yeah.
All right, hang tight, Rock Out, and Scott. I got to get through this right here. Russell Wilson is the next player in the panic chamber, and until he proves himself, I have no interest in acquiring Russell Wilson. This guy is absolute. Scott left. Scott, if you have another question, call back in. Russell Wilson's an absolute disaster, a mockery, a potential I don't know, buyer's remorse type of player for this Denver Broncos team. His own team doesn't believe in him, or at least some people don't. I don't believe in him. I'll never shake this man giving high fives to an imaginary fan base when he runs out onto the practice field. I can never unsee him having fake imaginary huddles. These are things I did when I was 10, maybe 9 years old in my parents' bedroom with the basketball hoop hooked up onto the bedroom door, and I watched their TV because we only had one TV in the house, and I'd be literally copying Michael Jordan play for play, dribbles through the legs, shoots. Like, I would talk to my teammates. I'd have Scottie Pippen in the corner of the room. I was 9 years old, Rock Out. I was 9 years old. This man is playing house on the field. I can't shake it. I can't trust in a man that's literally playing make-believe house on the football field on the regular. And it's just, it doesn't feel like rebounds in the cards for him. Until I see it, I won't believe it. And somebody else, because the quarterback pool is so deep, I have no interest whatsoever in a quarterback like any of these guys. I have zero interest in let's close the door on him right now and get him off the screen. I can't even look at him right now. He's disgusting me. Any team.
Let's ride.
Yeah, let's ride. Let's ride. That's right. Let's ride this into the ground. These guys, none of them should be trusted. You have no business trusting them. You have no business trusting them when the quarterback pool is so deep. You have no need for these guys. The bigger concern here and the bigger talking point isn't do you trust these guys, or at some point do you lessen up your stance, Smitty, and go after Dak? Hey, Smitty, at some point do you lessen up your stance and go after Russell Wilson? No. The answer is no. There's too many QBs out there that are good. The question is, does CeeDee Lamb, does Pollard, does Mike Evans, does Judy, does Tyreek Hill, Waddle, the running crew in Miami, do these guys get affected by these horrible quarterback potential performances that might be underway? And Dak is the one I would say is not horrible. I think Dak could still survive, but Dak is walking into a changing environment, and we don't know if he's going to lay an egg. And the pressure on him is kind of high. The doubt around him is pretty high. He's probably got a little bit of shaking confidence syndrome going on because, I don't know, he's probably hearing it from all sides that he might be not the guy anymore that they want in Dallas, even though they back him. Stay away. Stay clear. Total panic chamber of players. And the impact is deep, though. The impact is very deep across the board. The Ryan, let's see. The Ryan says, where's the Ryan's comment? The Ryan says, did I already miss Denny getting put in timeout? Yes, you did. And then you also said, someone said Tua. Oh, Tua top 8 calling it now. Well, what happens when he gets hurt, though? Are you going to then pull you can't predict injuries card? Because he's not staying healthy. I wish he could. I really do. For his own sake, I wish he would. But he's like 15, 20 lbs overweight, bro. He's not staying healthy. He's not. He's probably going to have a concussion very early on, unfortunately. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened before the season, like just in practice or something. Like, this guy's head hits the ground. He's taking, what was it, Taekwondo or Jiu-Jitsu or whatever classes to avoid his head hitting the ground and to strengthen his neck and to try and figure out a way to not get concussed. Yet he's being told by supposed doctors that he's no more likely than another quarterback to suffer a concussion at the NFL level. Bunch of garbage. Denny, you got 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and you can call in, Denny. Denny says, Denny was gifted 1 YouTube exclusive membership. Who dropped the YouTube exclusive membership? Let me pull that up right now. Who just dropped that? That was dropped by. Oh, Denny gifted it. Denny gifted 1 YouTube exclusive membership. Who did he gift it to? Who got it? David got it from Denny. What a good guy. Denny, we're going to reset this timer. Denny's buying his way out of timeout. It's like Monopoly when you buy your way out of jail. Three spins and Denny's out. Denny, dial in. What a guy Denny is.
200 Pascal.
200 Pascal. Judo. That's right. He's doing judo. Drunk squid. He's doing judo to try and help prevent concussions. And good for him, bro. And God, I'm rooting for him. But this team did him in. He was concussed. His arms were locked up. He was having what looked like a seizure on the field. And literally they run this poor man back out onto the field. And yeah, he lied about it, but you got to look out for the player. You're asking a concussed individual, hey, how you doing? You want to go back out on the field? You know, and he's looking at him going, do you remember what happened? You were concussed. I was. Do you want to go back onto the field? Yeah, last thing I remember, I was calling a play. Sure, put me back out. I'm fine. I'm not concussed. Nothing happened. I don't remember it. Like, what do you, like, this team needs to look out for him. It's not his fault. It's not his fault at all. Denny, the phone lines are open, bro. Denny to David, the assist of the century, bringing Denny back into the fold. I love it. Denny is your Beetlejuice, Smitty. Yeah, he is. He is, Ryan. He's kind of like my, he's a mix between my Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show and Stuttering John. I'd say, like a combination of the two. Denny, call in. We're waiting for you. Denny probably fell asleep. Probably fell asleep right on the line. He probably got halfway through the number, and he just. I have Tua as top 10, but injuries truly is a serious concern, says the Patrick. I thought he broke his fingers at first. Oh, when Tua's fingers were locked up. Yeah, it was crazy, man. When Tua suffered that brain damage of a hit on the field and was just in a frozen state, everyone knew what was going on. That's the part that's so frustrating, is I feel like even Miami Mike, who I love as a coach, but Miami Mike denies that he thought he was concussed. He said, I wouldn't have sent him out there if I thought he had suffered. What do you mean? Do you think you're either an idiot, you're either an incompetent idiot, or you are lying? There's like, I'm not saying he's an idiot across the board with all aspects of his life and coaching, but you are either incompetent in that area of medical knowledge and assessment, or you were lying. So for any of the personnel to suggest they didn't think he was concussed, we all knew he was. His arms were locked up. He was having a seizure on the field. He had brain damage effects on the field. We all saw it. So you're either incompetent or you're lying. There's no other explanation. So I lost a lot of respect for Miami Mike, even though I am very good at separating myself from this situation and saying, like, you know, okay, coach, you know, what's going to happen? How's the team going to do? How good's Miami Mike as a coach? Like, I don't need to hold it. I don't need to sit here and say, oh yeah, he's a bad coach because of that. No, he's a great coach on the field. His scheme's amazing. Miami Mike's a fantastic coach, and I do like him in general. But I lost respect for him the day he said he didn't know, because during that game, if he didn't know, he literally watched the man's arms lock in place.
Everybody knew.
Yeah. All right, Denny, you calling in or what? Where's Denny at?
Oh,
What's up, What's up, Sick Nasty? What's up, Frake? Smitty would be a kicker. What's Chad saying here? Chad's running his mouth. Oh, Chad, is this the oh you don't play in the NFL card? Is that the card you're playing? What about 20 plus years of covering this professionally, Chad? How does that work into your little thing? And I don't know if you've seen this, Chad. Let me show you. Oh, it's not playing. Hold on, Chad. I'm trying to make my point. Hold on, Chad. Chad's going to use the... Are you in the league? Hold on. Where is it? Where's my field goal when I need it, Rock Out? Where's my field goal? I'm trying to impress Chad right now. I'm trying to impress somebody random on the internet right now so I can feel better about myself. And I can't find my field goal kick. Where's my field goal kick when I need it?
The archive.
Yeah, it got. I think it did get the cloud archived it, so I went to hit play. It didn't. It didn't play. Hold on, Chad. Hold that mood.
We'll find it.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it taken care of.
You did live too.
Chad. Where is my kick? You're looking at the longest kicker at the NFL Super Bowl, bro. Your boy has the longest kick at the Super Bowl, bro. Hold on.
You might be able to be a QB for the Buccaneers the way they've been throwing.
Here, I'm going to use this old screen here. All right, here we go. Chad. Once it comes in, Chad. Once the file transfers fast enough, Chad. Oh, someone's saying he's not even being mean to me. He's just asking what position would I play. I'm sorry, Chad. I got you all wrong, Chad. You're just trying to be nice, Chad.
Chad Master.
Chad was just being friendly and saying, hey, Smitty, if you play... Hi, Smitty. This is Chad. If you were to play in the NFL, what position would you play? Chad.
Chad Maestro.
I'm sorry, Chad. Chad, I'm going to take a lap. Do you mind if I take a lap? Where's my video, Chad? Let me send it again. Chad, I'm still going to prove you wrong. I'm still coming for you, Chad. I feel like I created some animosity between us that just won't go away until I play this video, Chad. The answer is not kicker, though. The answer would be wide receiver. All right, this is the longest kick. This is the longest kick at the Super Bowl experience, bro. And that wasn't the best one, Chad. Okay? Poor Chad. Where's Denny at? I feel bad. Where's Chad at? Chad, you want to call in? Want to play karate in the garage, Chad?
Call in, Chad.
Call in, Chad. Chad, let's play. I don't know. He did say if Smitty played in the NFL, what position would you play? Oh, and you know what's really bad about this? That's so bad on me. Like, this is so bad on me. He put a to the moon emoji, but I can't read it because my system brought it in as just the gibberish, the code. the alt tag for the image. And it says to the moon. I think I took all the all caps, Chad, And I just thought he was yelling at me. He's like, hey, Smith, if Smitty played in the NFL, what position would you play?
Yeah.
To the moon. To the moon, Smitty. Chad. Oh, Chad. Chad, call in. I got to make this right between Chad and I. Poor guy. The guy put to the moon. Now I feel ashamed of myself. But Chad, how'd you like the kick? Was the kick good? Denny's gone.
We're not putting Tua to the moon.
Denny's gone. Denny is gone.
We're not doing that.
Oh boy, Chad's a good sport though. That's for sure.
No Tua.
All right. Well, let's open the phone lines for a few minutes here, and then we'll shut it down. Charles T, call in. Deddy, call in. Denny, call in. You're free to call in. Golf, call in. Let's do a quick little panel. Let's talk about these 4 quarterbacks on screen, and let's talk about the corresponding players on these teams. The Marsman cards are here. You're talking to a Marsman right now on Rock Out. The Moonman cards are here. Moonman cards are here. These are beautiful. Look at these beauties right here. Moonman card. Moonman card. Metal. Wilson draft. I'm not drafting. Oh, Garrett Wilson draft. Yeah, we could do a Garrett. I'll drop it. I don't know that I'm going to stay very long for it, but we'll drop a Garrett Wilson private draft link right this very second. NFL slow $3 Garrett Wilson private draft. Here it is. This is, I think, number 24. I think this is 24. Garrett Wilson battle of Moonmen. Moonmen 24, I believe. This is 24. All right, here we go. Copying said link, dropping said link into the live stream as we speak. Hopefully Chad's going to get into this. Anybody that wants to get in a draft with me right now on Underdog Fantasy, I'm dropping the link right now. I don't see Denny calling in. I don't know why Denny's afraid to call in now. There, link has been dropped.
Oh, no. He had some cold ones.
Yeah, he might have just kind of got zonked out. All right, let's see if I can.
Hey, Smitty.
Yeah.
See the team rankings, and they had Commanders at 21, and they had the Raiders that have the Commanders with no QB.
With no QB, what do you mean?
With Jimmy G being hurt and all.
You mean the Raiders? The Raiders had no QB?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have no QB.
Yeah. But they had the Raiders that have the Commanders for whatever reason.
Yeah. Scott, I'm going to try and read this without reacting because apparently I did a bad job on what was his name again? What was that guy's name again? Chad. I appreciate Chad. Chad's my boy now. Chad and I are like this. Chad and I are buddies. But what did let me see if I can read this let me just slow down and read it. Okay. Scott says, yeah, Swift was a moon man. What happened?
The moon men dropping loads in outer space.
Space monsters.
I don't know, Scott. What happened? What happened, Scotty boy?
What happened?
Get that link, guys. I dropped it in the live chat. Smash it. Let me see if I can pin it. Link is pinned. Anybody wants to get in a draft, jump in, do it live. Charles T says he can't call in right now. Appreciate you. Denny says 10 minutes. I don't know if I'll be here for 10 minutes, Denny. Smitty's trying to catch the smoke with Chad. Chad knows what he's doing. Chad knows what he's doing. What happened last year? Were you missing? Did you just wake up from a coma, Scott? You know what happened last year to DeAndre Swift. Why are you asking me? Guy got hurt. Team didn't like him. He came back. He was healthy. They didn't want to use him. I have no idea, bro. Your guess is as good as mine. But a team traded for him. TMT, 3 months loyal member, and TMT just gifted 5 YouTube exclusive members, and guess who got them? Ramirez got one. Michael got one. Juliet got one. Mid Sid got one. Kyle Woods got one. TMT dropping dynamite. TMT, unbelievable. TMT. I appreciate you, boy. My boy TMT, dropping fire. Hey, Smitty, remember a few years ago I told you I was at a restaurant and Bruce Arians was going to deal for Brady. If they didn't get Brady, Tampa Bay sees something in Baker can't be explained. I see something in Brady too, or in Baker. A guy didn't know how to throw a 5-yard pass in practice today. Finally got into a draft with y'all. Going to be fun. Appreciate you, Patrick. How do we gift subs? Sick Nasty, there should be a feature when you click that $sign that allows you to potentially super chat or gift memberships. I don't know if you got to turn it on or not. But somebody's gifting. Sick Nasty, appreciate your super chat, my man. TMT, thank you for those gifted memberships, bro. My dude. I can't show my phone right now, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get Underdog up on the... Hold on. Let me see if I can get Underdog up on the browser here. Moonman 20. Where's the Moonman 20 draft? Moonman 20, was it 24? Battle of the Moonman 24. Battle of the Moonman 24. I believe this is the one that we're in right now. And I believe I have the number, what do I have? Number 10 spot. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I can share my screen now. Boom. It's a little bit off, but let's see if we can move it over. Let's go into the draft. We're not going to stay too long, but the draft just began right now, and there's a 10-hour timer, but we'll go ahead and just let it roll through a round or two before we jump off. And if you guys want to get into these drafts, you want to go to Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Let me drop the link. The link's always in the live chat, or I'm sorry, always in the description of each video, but I just dropped the link right now. Click that and get signed up early. It's a $10 minimum. They'll match it. They'll give you 10 if you deposit 10. They'll give you 50 if you deposit 50. They'll match up to $100. You put on 100, they'll give you 100. And if you sign up now, you'll be ready to roll the next time we do this, and you won't miss out by having to sign up. So just get signed up ahead of time. Smitty, love what you do. We need to keep the lights on. Best show on the planet, says TMT. Appreciate you, TMT. I understand that Detroit has the Rook. But David Montgomery isn't done yet, is he? I thought he still had some juice. He can have all the juice he wants, Scott, but it's unrelated. Like, Monty's needed. He's a necessity to keep Gibbs healthy. Gibbs doesn't run the ball for 1,400 yards. This guy's a 700, 800-yard rusher. He's a 800-yard, 900-yard receiver. This guy's a 14, 15, 16, like eventually could be 17, 18 total yard guy that could get you someday 1,000 yards receiving, as a running back. He's that capable of a wide receiver. He could get you 85 passes. So Monty's not really relevant in terms of his production. What's going on here? What's going on here? Somebody drop some gifted memberships again? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Did somebody gift another 5? What is this? Hold on a second. I don't know if this is a new one. Okay, so we've got Jefferson 1, Chase 2, Bijan 3. Garrett Wilson's a little high there, broski. Very blessed indeed to Garrett Wilson 4. I mean, I understand. TMT did another 5. He had to have. It's going crazy. TMT, appreciate you, my man. My man. TMT's a man. He just sat on the football. That was uncomfortable. Here's Denny. Denny's calling back. Denny, did you get lost, bro? What happened, Denny?
No, Smitty, I was just thinking. No, I thought you said I was okay. It's fine.
You're back. I appreciate you gifting a membership. That was really, really nice of you.
I know, I just appreciate whoever the hell that was. But I remember one time the other day, you got mad at somebody because they didn't know about The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And I thought you were going off, dude. I thought that was nasty, Smitty. I thought that was so awesome. And then there was other people, they were going, oh, you're showing your age. But yeah, dude. You gave the guy that wrong. You were like, you don't know The Sopranos.
He said, someone said that shows your age if you like The Sopranos. It's the best show ever in the history of TV.
Yeah, they said that to you. Yeah.
What's that about? You're not gonna watch the best show ever created because it was a long time ago.
Shows your age.
Yeah, The Godfather. If you like The Godfather, what's that make you? Just an old fogey? Like, I don't understand what that is. Hey, Denny, I want you to give me one-word reactions. I don't want anything but a one-word reaction, okay? All right?
All right, one word?
One word.
Okay,
this is it.
One word.
One word.
All
Ready?
Right. Let's do
Okay,
it.
so here, I'm going to go over the draft selections here. 1.1, Justin Jefferson. One word.
Yes.
Okay, nice word, nice vocabulary, nice usage. 1.2, Jamar Chase.
Yes.
Nice. 1.3, Bijan Robinson.
Yes.
Okay. 1.4, Garrett Wilson.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say something like premature.
I mean, money talks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little early. I'm not gonna lie. Like my one word, rock out. What's one word for Garrett Wilson? 1.4. Hurry. 5, 4,
Rock out.
3.
I love rock out.
Reach. Yeah, I would say that's a good word. Not that there's no bust or there's no mistake. I'm not using any bad words like that because look, Garrett Wilson's elite. But yeah, 1.4, I'd say. I would say that's a reach. Hey, hold on one second, Denny. We got a Mars man calling in. We got Wayne Solo, Mars man aficionado, calling in to the phone line. Mars man Wayne, one word reaction. Garrett Wilson, 1.4.
Yeah.
It's hard not to say yeah because we love him so much. This
I think you said it.
I was gonna take him at 8.
yeah, well 8, but 4. This is probably the best way I'd say impulsive because that does describe our boy. Very blessed indeed. He's an awesome dude. Adam's the best, but he is impulsive.
I'm taking him at 3, Smitty.
3, Garrett Wilson. Oh God, I'm not saying he can't earn it, but goodness gracious. Okay, Wayne Solo, what's up, pal?
Oh, not much. Just calling in.
What's your reaction, Denny? Who are you talking to? Denny, who are you talking to? Yourself?
I don't want to get shut out, so I'm saying nothing.
Well, you're not saying nothing. We hear you. We hear you constantly. Hey, Denny, 1-word reaction. Christian McCaffrey 1.5.
Garbage.
Garbage.
1 word.
Garbage. Cooper Kupp 1.6. Beast. Okay, predict who Peanut Butter and Waivers drafts. You've heard everybody that's been drafted, so take a big guess. Who does he pick at 1.7? Does he take Tyreek Hill? Does he take Kelsey? Does he take Diggs? Does he take...
Who's in that?
What? Garbage.
Garbage.
We gotta have a Hey, can you real quickly give me the best garbage you can give me, and then I'm gonna screen grab it. Let's see here. This is at 106.32. 106.32. Give me a garbage. Give me something I can work with. Give me something I can work with.
What position? Smitty, I'm your boy, dude. I don't know.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I want you to give me. Hold on. How do you spell garbage? How do you spell garbage? Wayne Solo. How do you spell garbage? Gabbage?
No clue.
Garbage? Okay.
Smitty, what do you need?
Okay, I want you to say garbage the best way you can right now.
Garbage. I don't play. I can't stand when they do that fake Boston accent. No, garbage.
Yeah. Okay, say it again. Hardcore. Go.
Garbage.
Better.
Garbage.
One more. Make it drag it out. Enunciate it. Garbage. Go.
Garbage.
One more time.
That's it. I'm not taking it anymore, mate.
I'm
my boy. We used to zip it. Don't worry about it. Me and Smitty used to play ball and he zipped it.
Broskies, we're clipping that and we're gonna make that into a scene. We're making that into a scene. Denny, do you feel honored right now? I'm gonna hit that button.
I do. Every time I call it Smitty, I got nothing but love for you.
Hey, Denny. Every time somebody does something, says something that I don't agree with, I'm going to hit a button that's going to play that. And I'm going to be pointing at the screen. Garbage is going to be moving around, and your voice. Do you want to redo it? Do you feel like you want to do it one more time to make sure we do a really good one? Because it's going to be used all the time.
Really?
Yes.
All right, let me. You know what? All right, I'll do it again. But it ain't going to be fake. All right, I'll do it again.
Hey, real quickly, is this the right spelling of garbage? Some people are saying GHHBAGE. Some are saying garbage. Got like that. Garbage. Okay, ready?
You do it. If you want to hit that button, doesn't matter how you spell it. You want me to do it one more time?
I want you to I want you to drag it out a little bit, like garbage. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Go.
Garbage.
Okay.
Garbage.
Okay, we got it.
All right. So I'm in.
Zip it.
Dude, I can't.
Hey, can we
just be hearing when I'm not like in there, but I'm in there. I can't wait to just be listening and hear you.
Garbage.
say that and just point it
It's
out.
gonna be
the
it's gonna be your moment.
Rock out, man. Love rock out. Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. To tell you the truth, it's just so nice when I'm just in a bad mood and I just don't want to call in, and I just hear you talking, and then I just want to hear garbage.
See that, hey, Denny? That's the way I want you to say it. You're not saying it like that. I want you to say it like that. Go one more time.
Garbage.
One more time.
Garbage.
One more time.
Straight garbage. Smitty garbage. I'm done. No, you can't. Dude, I'm not a fake Boston guy. These other guys are fake. All right, that's it. It's garbage. Hey, I'm going to miss you all there now.
He's losing his voice. His first acting gig. His first unpaid acting gig. The man's losing his voice. He's losing his voice.
Smitty's my boy. All right, I gotta go do it. I gotta work in the morning, believe it or not.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the guy to set myself up.
Yeah.
Smitty, keep one of those. I hope I'm listening one day in like 2 days, and then you use that as a button.
Oh, I am.
As me saying.
Can I do one more? Can we do one more and then you can leave? Right? You can like drop the mic and leave. Can I get a sling it? Go.
What do you want me to say?
Sling it. I want you to say sling it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Ready? 5. We're gonna look live 58, live 85 just dropped a $20 hauler saying garbage. Okay, so we're gonna have that on screen here.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say sling it. Go.
Sling it. Me and Smitty used to sling it. Me and Smitty used to sling it. All right, I'm going to sleep.
All right, later. Later, pal.
I love you, Smitty. Love you guys. Good night.
All right, I think I'm out of here. Wayne Solo called him Marsman Wayne. Wayne, what do you got? Last thing, Wayne. What can we do for you? Looks like we're stuck. Peanut butter waivers must have fallen, and
that's what I was going to say. I think peanut butter fell asleep.
Yeah, that's garbage. That's garbage. He should be out slinging it.
That's garbage.
Yeah, I feel like, no offense to Denny if he's listening right now, but I felt like when he got put to the test, he dialed it back, and then
just pick.
A lot of actors do that. They get stage fright, and he would be like, it'd be perfect. He'd be like,
you're gonna hate me for this one. You're gonna hate me for this one, but I'm doing it. I don't care.
What? Oh, is that his peanut butter and waivers on the phone?
No, he just picked.
Oh, he just picked. Okay, Kelsey, he went Olave. That is early, Wayne. That is very early, bro. The one thing
I don't think he's gonna be there.
Yeah, but that's like the one thing about Olave is he's going in the second round as like a laughable pick to people. Like they're like literally going, "What are you doing taking Olave at 14 overall?" And that's early, bro.
That's what happens when people start reaching early.
I know, but
they just continue.
You almost got to take advantage of the reaching and draft a different team. You know, that is early. That's early, bro. That's really okay. I'm on the clock.
It'll be okay.
I'm on the clock. I'm gonna go. Man, do I go Diggs? I like Tyreek Hill a lot. I think he survives the Tua situation. But I'm gonna go Diggs here. This one's tough.
I just think Olave is a number one receiver, so he's a top 12 receiver.
I love Olave, but the part of the lure is getting him, where you shouldn't be getting him. Which is the second round. And even that is like laughable. Like I was telling you earlier, a lot of analysts out there are having Olave because ESPN shows Olave in the fourth round, like third to fourth round. You have a lot of people recommending people take Olave in round 4, and they're barely recommending it. They're like, I like Olave in round 4. So like that's what I'm saying. You're taking him so early. You're not packaging like any risk into it. Or where are you at right now? What pick? You're at 2.5 in the second round. Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't have seen him, but you almost gotta say okay, let him go. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's there in this league.
I know, but that's high, man. That's so high. That's so high. I love him.
I was gonna take Garrett Wilson. That's what I'm saying.
I love Olave though. I love him. He's gonna be so amazing. We got Adam, very blessed indeed, on the line. Reacher number 1 of this draft and Reacher number 2, both on the line right here with me right now. Both of you guys on the line at the same time. Let me put the draft board up in front of everybody. Here is the draft board. Adam, Reacher number 1, took Garrett Wilson at number 4. Wayne Solo, Reacher number 2, took Chris Olave number 8. Explain yourself, Adam. I know you have a plan, but that is early.
Strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a game plan what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Also, this isn't best ball mania. This is drafting with a lot of smart people. So I'm going to do what I think I need to do to win.
Hey, and also, you know what else? This is the Garrett Wilson autographed jersey draft. So you have a little bit of like a way to say, I just took the man that's, the topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying?
He also has some great matchups during the playoff week. So
I
like that as well.
Live 85 sling it. I didn't do my proper $20 shower anyway for Live 85. Let me do that. So Live 85, another $20 holler. Live 85 says sling it. This channel made me enough money throughout the years. Thank you for your hard work, spending time to give back. Appreciate you, my man, my main man. Live 85. I keep sitting on this football and it's going right up my rear end. It doesn't feel very good. Okay, so back to the draft real quick. I'm sure I'm going to be able to pick here in a second. I think I'm on the clock right now, actually. So it went Stephon Diggs to me, A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Hurts, Austin Eckler. I'm back on the clock. I'm sitting here in Snipe City. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Thanks again, Live 85. You are the man. I'm sending you to the moon, by the way.
To the moon.
To the moon, my guy. Appreciate Live 85. Devontae Adams, no. CeeDee Lamb, this is a territory where you start becoming okay with him. Your second drafted player. Where I get concerned is where I took Diggs, where A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill at that 10, 11, 12. Not that it's that far apart or that different, but I kind of want to go St. Brown here. I do have Diggs. This is best ball. Stacking could be kind of fun. I could go Josh Allen if I wanted to. I don't think I have a Josh Allen and Diggs team, actually. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Josh Allen and Diggs. I'm going to stack it in best ball here. And again, this is for the Garrett Wilson jersey. I'm not trying to win it. I'm just trying to do some crazy things, explore some different strategies. So I'll go a wee bit early on Josh Allen, but I'd like to stack. Let's roll with it. So now on the clock right now is Hunt. Bo Hunt is on the clock. Guys, I'm going to head out because I'm exhausted. Can I start off with Adam? Adam, what are your final thoughts here?
Oh, I forgot. I'm sitting there talking, so I was off of mute. My bad. I think anyone who drafts Tua is making a mistake. I don't have any. I won't draft him at all. And I also don't think the Dolphins – I think the Dolphins are in trouble this year because their schedule is pretty rough. If anyone's looked at it, it's pretty tough. I don't think they're making the playoffs. That's just my gut feeling.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. TMT gifted 10 total, 5 back to back. Yeah, what a man. TMT, thank you so much for doing the double stack. This is a double stack by TMT. I just want to acknowledge it. He did 2 $5 back-to-back. TMT is the man. To the moon. Thank you. I think we have enough for another emoji. Every time we get to a certain level of more members, we get an open emoji slot. And so I get to put another emoji up. I don't know who should we put up? Who's missing? I think we kind of need a Fields emoji. I don't know. I can't finish this. Draft's going to take forever, bro. Somebody said I'm not going to finish the draft. We're gonna finish the draft. It's a live, real draft, but it's a slow draft with a 10-hour timer. So we're just sitting here in crawl mode. I like the St. Brown Olave stack there, Wayne Solo. That's pretty good. Okay, Adam, appreciate you. I agree with you. Stay away from Tua Tagovailoa, who's reportedly looks at least like he gained 15, 20 pounds. I don't think it's good weight, and he's concussion prone. And I think you can grab Mike White and be safer, but why even go down that road? And you can just grab Mike White anyway. Anybody has any emoji recommendations, drop it in the chat. Adam, I'll see you tomorrow, pal.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Later. Wayne Solo, final thoughts.
Yeah, just piggybacking off of your panic chamber stuff today. I pretty much agree across the board, and yeah, I don't understand Tua's ADP. I think we should, you got Rodgers, you got Cousins after him. They're definitely safer picks. And you can even maybe argue Derek Carr, who's even further down the ADP list. So that's it.
Yep. All right, man. Appreciate you. Thanks, Wayne. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Later.
This one's here from Riviera and $5 hauler. Appreciate you, my man. I got your advice in regards to Superflex last 2 streams ago. Thank you. Yeah, Superflex, man, the way to dominate Superflex, I've said it over and over. I have a video on it. I could do a refresh on it. But essentially, if you're gracious enough or are blessed enough to get a top 7 pick or top 6 pick, and you can get Burrow or Fields, or even Trevor Lawrence falls into that category. Even Lamar kind of does. You could go 8 deep, but especially if you get a top 5 pick, you get Burrow or the boys above. I would say the only move to make is in a super flex, not a mandatory 2 QB. That's very different, where it's mandatory, but in a super flex where it's optional. In round 2, 3, and 4, or at least 2 and 3, return to normal 1 QB mode drafting and draft against traffic, and you will have a better shot of dominating your entire league. And then rounds 4 or 5, you swing back around, you try and get a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. A Sam Howell is fantastic even later than that. And then you go a little risky with your QB2, but you're allowed to in a super flex, because super flex is just that. It's a flex. It's not an obligation to go quarterback. You need to go quarterback. It's an advantage, but you can roll the dice a little more. So that allows you to get just massive talent in 2 and 3. And basically your round 2 player should look like a round 1 player in a 1 QB format. Your round 3 player should identify as a round 2 player in a normal 1 QB league, and so forth. And so you end up walking out of your draft with a Burrow and what also looks like a team you drafted in round 1, 2, 3, 4 with your other players. And it's just, there's no way to beat it if you land all your picks. I love it, or at least it's very hard to beat. I shouldn't say no way. But thank you for the $5 hauler. Rock out, final thoughts. Hello? Hello, Rock out. I guess Rock out fell asleep. Rock out, appreciate you. Rock out to the moon. I think he fell asleep. I'm out of here. I'll see you all later. I imagine we'll still draft a few more rounds. I'll be up. I'll check. Until tomorrow. Appreciate you all. Thank you all to whoever super chatted tonight. You guys are absolutely awesome. You magnificent people, you who keep the lights on. Let me roll through the super chats real quickly and just say how gracious I am. Live dropping another one. Look at Live slinging it. Live is slinging it tonight. Smitty to the GD Moon. Man, love the show, bro. This guy right here, he just wants to dirty up the floor is what he wants. He wants Smitty cleaning this up in the middle of the night, and I love it. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate you, buddy boy. Appreciate you. Live dropping another $20 hauler, which I was going to go over, so I'll just go over it right here on this screen. Here are the super chats of the night. Aloha dropping a $5. Got your email. Appreciate you, Aloha. You are the man. Sick Nasty. Appreciate that super chat. Live 85 dropping the 20. Charles T dropping the gabbage. 85 dropping another $20 hauler. Who goes first, Marsman call or super chat? Marsman. That's the whole point. Marsman go first, but I mean, there's ways to acknowledge both at the same time and to just put the super chatter in a brief moment of silence while we help the Marsman. But obviously, we're going to put the super chat on the screen and we're going to take care of everybody we can. Riviera, appreciate your super chat. Live 85 dropping yet another super chat. I will see you all tomorrow.
A top 5 wide receiver hides among the people. His cost of entry is near illegal. Few see him coming. Many stay away. His name is Chris Olave.
The stack above all stacks. It's time to drop the pancake emojis in the live chat. Brees Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Brees. He's Brees.
He does a hell of a job. A hell of a job. A hell of a job.
Brees Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a hell of a job.
Congrats to our top super chatter of the year, Garrett, who requested a gorilla and an eggplant 600. So we got the gorilla eggplant 600 emoji on screen. Garrett, appreciate you. Live 85 dude puts in work, had to give back. Appreciate it. Live 85, honestly. Can't thank you enough, pal. Later.
Get breached.